Hello, welcome to the Horror of It All movie podcast. I'm Eric. Today I'm just going to be doing an unboxing of my July order from Vinegar Syndrome, as well as partner labels. And I also have my Mondo Macabro order from, what was that, early in July, I think? But, of course, Vinegar Syndrome one is already almost open, so I will just open this upside down, but yeah, I guess. Every time I get a box this size, I always am like, how do they fit it all in there? But I guess. Alright, dive right in here. Got the Vinegar Syndrome titles. The double feature from Jess Franco, when his movies were more coherent, even though I don't say that in a negative way, because I love Jess Franco, but I get it. I get why some might not, because of his incoherentness and just whatever he wants to do. But these, as far as I understand, I have not seen them, are more of a coherent, cohesive story. That's the inside. And then I got the new VSA. What number are we on now? 25. I will get to this video sooner than later. As I've said a few times, I want to do my ranking of my VSAs, but they keep coming out with them, so I got to cut it off somewhere. That's that. I'm sure it's not. It's got a reverse like always. I love that when I open like pretty much anybody else. Sometimes Severin, and I guess you get spoiled with Vinegar Syndrome because you always get a reverse, and the reverse is the other side, and I'm all set with it. And then you got the poster, of course. Okay. Hey, that one went in nice and smooth. What did I get for a number? I got a high one. 2,366. Alright, and the one that everybody's excited about, raving about, I don't know how I feel about it. It's not usually stuff that I'm super into, but it is Vinegar Syndrome 400. I got to 400. But Righting Wrongs. It's got quite a bit. It's got a book, which is cool. Smells like a new book. Alright, and I assume the reverse is one of the other arts, unless there's a different one. Got the 3 discs here. I always hate when these pop out of little pegs. And the reverse is, well, no, it's a little different. Oh, it's the back. It's the back. So, probably just leave that one too. So, I don't really know much about these. I hear a lot about, what's her name, Cynthia Rothrock? Yep, in different stuff. I don't mind her, but I know a lot of people are raving about it, so I'm intrigued. Alright, bag number 2. Got some partners. Got Ravage. The number 13 Saturn's Core. One of my favorite labels. I hear a lot of kind of flack with Saturn's Core. Not that they do a bad job, just some people aren't huge into shot on video. It's not for everybody. Well, it's for me. I actually am a big fan of shot on video, especially their stuff, because they always seem to put out like some of the like better ones, in my opinion. But that one's definitely very lo-fi, and I'm excited for it. One of my very next videos, I can't say exactly if it's the next, is definitely going to be my ranking of the partner label. Not ranking of the partner labels, but my top 20 favorite partner label releases and some honorable mentions, of course. That's very, very soon. That might even be the absolute next one. This is kind of a reissue. Satan's Children from AGFA and Something Weird. And I say that because it came with... what's that? It was the Anton LaVey movie that they said they're not going to re-release, which is unfortunate because I didn't get the other one and I kind of want it. But I did find it on streaming, I guess. If anybody remembers, I don't think of streaming. Like, I'm a physical guy usually, but if that's where I can see it, that's where I can see it. And the original one AGFA put out is pretty scarce. You can find it, and when you do, it's not cheap, of course. That's the inside. But one of my staples for sure is AGFA, as well as Saturn's Core, as I've mentioned before. And a couple other ones that I got are also good, are also staples for me. The reverse is the slipcover, so I'm going to leave it. But yeah, Satan's Children. And of course, it always has bonus special on it. But yeah, so it got its own release this time. It was like the second feature on the original disc, which is unfortunate because they actually flat out said we are not releasing that movie. I can't remember what the name of the movie is off the top of my head, but it's the Anton LaVey movie. Satanist something. Anyway. And this one I kind of added after because I was like, man, because sometimes I rush because I'm either doing something else or I know what I want, and then I go back and then I realize, damn, there was other stuff that I want. Like, because I'll go back, always get all the Vinegar Syndromes and my staples, which are now AGFA, Culture Shock, Saturn's Core, and Fun City. And then I go back and see if there's anything else. This was the one that was the something else, and it looked really good, and I like Alexis Arquette, so I know a lot of people went crazy about this. I personally like the slipcover, but some people didn't for various reasons. That's more of an original art type thing. But I didn't expect anything. I just said, oh, that sounds good, so I bought it. And then everybody went crazy for it, and because it was getting low already, because there was only 1,000 slipcovers. And okay, that I didn't notice, I'll be 100% honest. It wasn't one of those, like, oh, I gotta go right back because it's getting low. It was nothing like that. It was just, that looked good to me, so I bought it. I'm not usually one that does that unless it's something that I've been meaning to buy. But I usually don't just buy stuff just because it's low. Like, if I didn't want it in the first place, then... And that's on Altered Innocence. That's one I buy here and there. Alright, this is my last bag of one more Vinegar Syndrome. This one I've kind of been intrigued by for Vinegar Syndrome to release Shriek of the Mutilated. I heard about this a long time ago. I think I've seen it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I don't remember where it was where I heard about this. So I won't say because if I guess it might be wrong. So, but yeah. Shriek of the Mutilated. I am all for it. And the reverse is that, and I will flip that one. That one's cool. I usually flip it, but it seemed like today there hasn't been a lot I want to flip, which is rare. What is the tagline? Piece by piece by piece, the body vanishes in Shriek of the Mutilated. Low-rent gore, bizarre twists, and one of the strangest-looking versions of Bigfoot in cinema history. Okay. I will take it. That was what? 74. It was older than I thought. That's $3.99. The number. All right, and as I mentioned before, that's the new Fun City. Heartbreakers. It's the inside. I like that. Sorry about the glare there. And then it's a Fun City back, a usual Fun City back, so to speak. All right. Only got a couple more left here, and then we'll be out of here. Whoop. I know a lot of people don't always open them. I like to open most of them just because I'm kind of seeing it for the first time with you. Comes with a book. Pretty awesome. I'm not going to flip this one either because it's the same as the... I know I'm a weirdo. I smell the books and stuff. They kind of already reversed it for me, so I'll take it. And like I said, I have all Fun Cities too. This is Fun City 13. So they're right along lines of, what was it? Saturn's Core? Yep. And my other staple, last one for the video that's a staple, is new Culture Shock. Fuck yeah. I've talked a lot about Culture Shock. I've worn my Culture Shock shirt with pride. I love Culture Shock. I really do. They're really cool guys. And I always like to shout them out because, as far as I understand, people have told me from Culture Shock himself that they do check out my videos. So I appreciate that. And the reverse on that. And they're making it easy for me this time. It's the slipcover, so it's already reversed. Raw Nerve from 1991. A lot of these, of course, I'll go into more detail when I do my what I've been watching, which I've been tacking on to the end of these videos, but I'm thinking I really kind of want to make that its own thing. So, if anybody would like that, let me know. Either way, I'm probably going to do that. And then I got Heavy Metal Parking Lot. I know there was some that were a little confused by it, that knew about it, as I've seen it, of course, because I just have. I shouldn't have said of course. That it's really just, it's 17 minutes. I know that sounds crazy, but if you look, it's got the whole history of the people that made it and all the other short films that they made, all on this set. And there's 2 discs, so highly, highly worth it. But I know initially you're like, that's it? That's how long it is? I even heard people say it was a half hour. I'm like, no, it's like 17 minutes. See inside? It's got this like very like taking the picture of the TV kind of thing booklet. As they're in the parking lot for Judas Priest. I do love one of the classic lines by one of the girls talking about Rob Halford. I jump his bounds. And then you find out later on, no, you wouldn't, because, well, Rob Halford is gay, so that wouldn't have happened. Again, I don't have to flip it. I am a Judas Priest fan, too. I wouldn't say I'm, like, a giant fan, but I do like a lot of stuff from Judas Priest. So I guess, yeah, I'm a fan, definitely. And this is a cool addition to it. I've really only seen this either on YouTube or years ago on probably a VHS tape, but this is really cool. I'm really excited for this. I'm excited to dive into that. And the art is really, really cool. It's very of this. And so that is my Vinegar Syndrome order for July. As a lot of people have mentioned in like groups that kind of bitch about FedEx, I have the same problem in my area. I usually have to track down the person, and it doesn't always help because also I don't know if it's a ongoing thing. It's not necessarily their fault, but when you, more times than not, when I track down the guy, because sometimes they can't find you, or they leave it here, or they say they did, and blah, blah, blah. It's always somebody new in my area, too, so it's like, how are they going to get used to the area if it's always somebody new? But, you know, you can't always control that, unfortunately. Fortunately, I do have a UPS guy that is the same guy and been the same guy, and he's fucking awesome. He brings it right to your door. FedEx, however, sometimes will just throw it on the fucking, either on my step or either on the ground before my steps. I have a weird setup where I live anyway. But and then a little bonus thing I wanted to open with you. Might as well. I got it today, too. My Mondo Macabro. And I just got a few things here. I only got one thing that was a pre-order, so I had to wait for the other ones. And I've been meaning to get these because, I did get the one pre-order. Add to my Jess Franco collection. The other side of the mirror. With his weird ass movies. Speaking of what I watched like what I've been watching thing, I will mention I did watch Faceless and I fucking loved it. And that song gets stuck in your head, but I really did. I think Faceless, for the longest time, it was Bloody Moon being a horror fan and stuff. Like, it's kind of obvious, but man, I that's my favorite Jess Franco movie. Anyway, there's that. Got the nice thick case because I got the pre-order. The reverse. I'm not going to flip it, but that's the reverse. The nice thick cases. I got number 107. I got a low number. I mean, I did get right on there when it went up. And I believe these are gone, too, by the way. So, unfortunately. It comes with a book. The disc. The other side of the mirror. Like a lot of Jess Franco stuff, I pretty much see them as I buy them. There's been a few like Bloody Moon or the Erotic Nights of Frankenstein. There's like a handful I had seen before, but for the most part, a lot of these coming out of the woodwork because labels have been seeing like, oh, they really sell, and there's a lot of fans even with the labels. So especially, I mean, Severin, they kill it with Jess Franco stuff, but. Definitely a shout out to Mondo Macabro. They've been around for a long fucking time, and they are a very small operation. It's like one dude doing the shipping and stuff, and then like maybe one other dude, maybe two that do all the other stuff. I can't remember that exactly, but super excited for that. And the other two I got were actually old titles that I just didn't have, and I've been meaning to get. One of the most sleaziest, most uncomfortable, I don't know about uncomfortable, I don't know, I guess that's appropriate. Manuel in America. I saw that this years ago, and I didn't know what to feel or think then, but something kept telling me I wanted the Mondo Macabro release, so I just said fuck it, and just, I'll check it out again, you know? And it's Jody Amato, so fuck yeah. Bring on the Italian. I kind of like that art. I like that art. But yeah. And if anybody's curious, there's English and Italian audio. With the Jess Franco one, I feel like it was just Spanish audio, yeah. In case anybody was curious. I didn't say that with any other ones, but I don't think there was much foreign-wise in there. Righting wrongs, maybe, I'm curious about. Hold on one second. Whoops. They don't always say on here. English. Let's see, English to Cantonese. Yep. It's got English track on there, so if anybody's curious about that. I know you're either one or the other, kind of. Or you just don't care. You either prefer the original, or you want it in English, you don't want to read. If there's an option, I'll watch it in English. I don't mind dubbing whatsoever. But if it's not, then, you know, I'll still watch it, you know. But anyway. And then lastly is actually a DVD that I have heard so many things about, even from Brad Henderson from Vinegar Syndrome and various podcasts or whatever. And even there was the guy who does like the shipping and stuff. I can't remember his name. Was he on Disconnected? I feel like that. I can't remember. I think it was, though. But everybody talking about Lady Terminator, so sounds like some nice exploitation trash, and that is not an insult. That is a compliment if it's coming from me. So a lot of people watching probably get that too. But any of these, let me know what you guys got or what you guys think. Unfortunately, the case is a little broke. Yeah, it doesn't really snap very well. Oh well, there's no reverse because it's a DVD, but this is one of their older releases, I think. Yeah, 2000. Holy shit, 2004. So, but they did say, I believe with this one, they did say that that's part of why I was holding off. If they were going to do like an upgrade, it still could happen. The fucking case is broken. That bugs me. but they don't have the elements at this time, so this is it. So that's why I got it. I didn't realize how long they've had it, but I've been buying from Mondo Macabro apparently for going on 20 years because I have a lot of old stuff. Probably my favorite older release DVD wise from them would have to be Don't Open Till Christmas. I love that. I would love a Blu-ray of that. I heard there is one they might have done, but yeah, anyway. Excited to check this out. It's English, so I don't have to worry about that. Or either way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. That would help me out great. Check out my other videos, my podcast, my rankings. What's coming up, like I said, will be my ranking of my the VSAs, and I will be doing my top 20 favorite partner label releases for Vinegar Syndrome, as well as at some point I'll get to my top 10 favorite horror movies of 1988. Check all those out because I've done every year prior to 1988. And yeah, and anybody else that still watches the whole video, or anybody else that's new that stick around, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And a lot of the I see some of the comments sometimes. A lot of the people that have been around for a while, so I really appreciate you too. So yeah, thanks for checking out the video, and this has been the Horror of It All Movie Podcast. I'm Eric. Until next time.